Uncertainty is great. It's really great. And it's the root of most progress. And that's the subject of today's Idea of the Day. Confidence is great. It's great to have the confidence, the knowledge that you know everything, that you've anticipated everything. But it can also hurt you. Everyone needs a little bit of uncertainty or they will never grow. You need to have a bit of uncertainty, the ability to think, I don't know everything, and be open and to seek out knowledge. Because when you feel and you think you know everything, you're not looking. Your radar is turned off. You are not learning or progressing. Sometimes you have to step back and say to yourself, even though you think you know something, read about it again. Explore other avenues. Because if you think you're certain about something, I got news for you. Sometimes you're just plain wrong. And you will never see outside of where you're going if you think you know it all. A know-it-all knows nothing. I try to break it down into some other more practical thing here. Let's say, for example, you have always put together a certain widget a certain way. You've always put together the widget a certain way. You're on a factory floor and you've always done it a certain way. And a new person comes along and he's doing it a little different. And you are like, let me show you how it's done. Meanwhile, maybe you should watch what he's doing because he might have an idea of how to improve what you're doing in some other capacity. But as soon as you say to yourself, I know it all, I know how to do this, you've closed the door to possible innovations from your colleagues and your friends and your family and other people. So what I'm trying to say today is sometimes you need to take inventory of yourself and not just simply say, I know everything. I'm not going to read any books about this anymore because I already know it. I'm not going to do this any differently because I've already perfected it. Be open to change. Some of the best inventions we've had in all of history have come from somebody who decided they wanted to build a better mousetrap. They wanted to do something a little different. Like when, let's say the first cars came along, the person designing that was improving on what was before it. And if it were up to, society to say, well, we're already getting by fine with these horses. We're already getting fine with this steam engine. We're already getting fine with this such and such other thing. But it was that person who wanted to look outside and say, well, I'm not just going to make a better horse buggy. I'm not going to just make a better car that has, because let's say the old cars, you steered them with levers, and that was doing fine. And if you thought that was perfection, you never would have come up with the steering wheel. It never would have came about because they would think, all right, this is the best design. We don't need to make it any better. Uncertainty is the root of all progress. If you say and you question the existing design, those levers that are used for steering, and say, is that good? Or should we make them with a leather grip? Should we put little clamps on them? Or to simply say, I'm not going to just improve on this system. I want to make it so someone could drive one-handed. And then the wheel comes about, the steering wheel. So today's idea of the day is a lesson. Never be too sure of yourself. Be confident, but don't be overconfident. Uncertainty is the root of all progress. All right, there it is. That's today's idea of the day. Some of them are pretty good, right? And some of them suck, I admit. First to admit, some of my ideas suck. But if you visit Idea of the Day every day and you subscribe to my channel by looking at the subscribe link in the corner, you'll see a brand new idea every single day. And I promise you, some of them don't suck.